I am not well. I am unwell. I'm afraid there's only one explanation for this. What explanation, you might ask? Well, the fact that Luka went scoreless in the fourth quarter, not record a stat for the final 6.5 minutes. I'm afraid Prizepicks made the call. They made the call. They also made the call. Russell Westbrook playing 20 minutes tonight. I actually could not believe my eyes. I had Luka in basically every slip tonight. It was the YouTube play, right? I'm looking at my phone. Luka needs like 2 more. It's the fourth quarter. Start of the fourth. Against the Kings. I just put it away. I'm like focusing on, oh, that's going to hit. Didn't record a stat. And this slip, I needed 3.5 fantasy score from Luka in the fourth quarter to win $750. He didn't record a stat. Also chalk the YouTube play. Went 1-1 there. I honestly, like, I'm kind of speechless. I kind of don't know what else to say. So, I know a lot of you probably share the same pain, but this is the 25x that just cost me. So, I am going to go sleep away the pain after this video because I am in so much pain. But welcome, guys. We're gonna forget that happened, and we're gonna move on to tomorrow's slate. Now, what I will say about these games is we only have 5 games, and a lot of teams don't have anything to play for really outside Oklahoma City. So, not be surprised if you see a lot of teams, like Miami, Philadelphia, resting their main guys. Yeah, we'll be talking about 2 player props I like in this video. If you're a first-time user, to Prizepicks, you can use the code DKDFS for 100% match up to $100. More picks and premium content for DFS and Prizepicks is also linked down below if you're interested in that. So, all right, I'm just like, I can't believe that happened. I actually cannot believe that happened, but all right. Let's do it. Let's talk about these 2 picks. So, first player we're going to look to is going to be Malachi Branham at 21.5 PRI. Now, the positive here with Malachi Branham is he's going to start, and he's going to play in a competitive game, or he's going to play in a blowout, right? So he's one of those guys that is blowout proof. This game against Portland also should stay competitive, so it doesn't really matter. But even if the game were to blow out, like Branham is a guy that closes in blowouts. So it's a really good matchup here against the Blazers. Also, the Spurs, to no surprise, they're like resting all their main guys. Sohan, Vassell, Keldon Johnson have been out for a while. Devontae Graham is also out. McDermott off the bench is out. They do have Keldon listed as questionable. I would be absolutely shocked, though, if he plays. Like, there's just no reason to play Keldon Johnson these last 2 games of the season. So I'd be pretty surprised. If you wanted to wait for Keldon Johnson news, sure. But in my opinion, I don't think he's going to play. So starting lineup is probably going to be like Trey Jones, Malachi Branham, Keita Bates-Diop, Zach Collins, and like Langford if he plays. If not, it'll be like Justin Champagne or however you pronounce his name. Like, there's some fake players, more so on the Portland side. I've talked about this in my DFS video, but there's literally some fake players on these teams. Jonathan Williams, Jonathan Williams, man. That's not a real person. Justin Minaya. Like, Portland has a couple fake players in their team. Yeah, so Branham's been starting. I expect him to play around 30 minutes. It's a good matchup, and he'll play either way, like I said. The juice is slightly on the over for his PRA. If you take a look at Malachi Branham, it's minus 120. So, yeah, and especially if Keldon Johnson is out, I like this even more. He's been getting a lot of shots up, too. If you take a look at Branham, like, the Spurs also they have like no one. So, last 3 games, 21, 12, 17. So, he's averaging, like, high teen shot attempts a game. He's a guy that, will get some assist, can do some ball handling behind Trey Jones. So, yeah, we're going to take more than 21.5 PRA from Malachi Branham. And the second one we're going to look to, again, I'm not messing with any of these. I think a lot of these guys could rest. If you're confident that, like, Bam Adebayo, who's questionable, doesn't play, and Jimmy Butler plays normal minutes, and you could take Jimmy Butler PRA, but really, again, outside of the Thunder, there's like all these teams are locked into their seeds for the teams that are going to make the playoffs. So I'm going to avoid those for now. I'm going to look to a guy that right now the juice is actually on his under PRA for the sports books, but I'm going to go the opposite way. One of the rare times that I actually disagree with the sports books here. If you take a look at Ochai Agbaji and his PRA, the juice is on his under at 21.5, but I'm not going to take his under. I'm going to take his over. Now, the reason I say that is so Colin Sexton played last game for Utah, who is a relative high usage player. He's not going to play anymore, but he was in the short amount of time he was out there, he was a pretty high usage player. The Jazz down the stretch, like, they want to give their young guys run. So Ochai Agbaji last game in a competitive game played 33 minutes. I expect low to mid 30s minutes from him. This team just don't have options, right? They really don't. Like, last game they started Udoka Azubuike and Luka Samancic alongside THT, Olynyk, and Agbaji. So I expect Agbaji to be relatively involved in this offense. I expect him to play 30-plus minutes. And I would not even be surprised if the Jazz shut down Olynyk too. They could even rest THT. I would honestly not be shocked if Olynyk or THT even get shut down too. And the Jazz just go really shorthanded. That is possible. And you're going to see that a lot with teams in the last few games of the regular season where they just shut down everyone. So right now, THT and Olynyk are expected to play, but I would not be shocked if one or even both those guys don't end up playing, which would even boost Agbaji even more. But yeah, right now I think with the Jazz having nothing to play for, Agbaji is going to be a lot more aggressive offensively. It's like, why not see what you have in your rookie? 12, 13, 15 shot attempts over the last 3 games. So I'm going to take more than his 21.5 PRA for Agbaji. And again, don't be surprised if you see one of those vets end up sitting for the Jazz. And I would say the more likely scenario is that Olynyk doesn't play, but I guess THT could sit too. Yeah, we're going to take more than 21.5 PRA for Agbaji as the second pick. So Branham more than 21.5 PRA, Ochai Agbaji more than 21.5 PRA are going to be the 2 picks for today. But I'm kind of just I'm exhausted, man. I had a good day for DFS, very profitable. Still solid prize picks overall, but this is just, oh man, I can't believe that happened. I am in so much pain. So I appreciate the support as always, guys. And if you do enjoy these videos, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll see you all in the next one. And hopefully the next video doesn't end in excruciating pain like this one did tonight.